we welcome you to the Spain Sail Grand Prix. We have 3 races on day 1 and 2 more on day 2 before the top 3 teams compete in the final podium race.
9, 8, 7, 6.
All about hitting this line at full speed. Who's timed it right? At the top of the line, has the Swiss got a gap? I think there's not going to be room in there. Watch for it going light.
GBR OCS over the line early. Delayed start of Spain, delayed start of Spain.
Big moment there, Australia and Great Britain. There must have been millimetres in that. They must now drop to the back of the fleet. They don't have to get behind the Spanish, but everyone else. Great news for Quentin de la Pierre, as I think the French are going to lead us away to Mark 1. Look at the New Zealand boat is bucking around in the background. They're trying to get things going, but the United States, they're foiling hard and fast and look like they're going to drive over the top.
Stand by.
Here we go, they set up on the French boat, let's watch them do it. Oh, top of the screen, Canada, they've come off the foils, they jumped out the water, look at the speed fall off there. The New Zealand boat struggling in that turn as well, and the French, well, they've done a nice job there, de la Pierre. USA turn, can they keep it in the air? New Zealand, they turn left, they're coming towards the camera going, Great Britain off the foils. Luke Parkinson, he loves flying the boat high, but he got a bit too high. He's hit the brakes at the roundabout just in front of the Australians, and Slingsby's had to park the boat to avoid him. And at the moment, Spain, they're right back in it. Jimmy Spittill's pushing it, he's flying high. Oh, that's going to go to the umpires. Expect to hear from Craig Mitchell on that one.
This is the umpires, a penalty USA, relative Spain, port tack boat not keeping clear.
Oh, he was pushing his luck though, Todd. He's now going to drop behind the Spanish. That's going to be a costly one for Jimmy Spittill. This will hurt. Here we go, gate 3, and it's going to be the French, clear ahead of New Zealand. Down at gate number 4, it's going to be very slow on the New Zealand boat. Opportunity for the French to go around the outside and make it really hard.
Not the cleanest rounding
New
we've
Zealand
seen,
must
and
keep
look at
clear,
this.
Todd. New Zealand have got to keep clear. He's going to force him to turn before he wants to. Aggressive from de la Pierre. Nice move. Now it comes down. Spain, look how high they fly as they turn up. And Jimmy Spittill threads the needle. Opportunity knocks and he takes it. Look now, France must give way. New Zealand have the advantage, and this could be the defining moment of the race in terms of the victory. New Zealand boat take the lead. They're parallel to this yellow ley line. That means they should make this final turning mark with no more manoeuvres.
Pete Burling and New Zealand SailGP are going to go to get the win. Race number 1 here in Spain goes the way of the Kiwis as they will bring it across the line, and what a way to start out the event. France with a very impressive run. They will take 2nd place.
Australia have found their own peace and quiet in the middle of the start line and look well positioned. Jimmy, wow! Oh, the US boat surely expect a protest there from the Canadians. That's very tight. One last turn from Peter Burling, but de la Pierre in the French boat again looks well on timing. Watch for the line to turn white. And we're going race 2. It's going to be a drag race. Australia are well lined up. They should be fast in from here and could lead at Mark 1. You saw Canada fall off the foils again in the background there. Billy Gooderham struggling to keep it under control. Here we go, right-hand side of screen. Watch Great Britain, they have the right of way. France must keep clear, it's a tight turn. They're going to struggle to keep it foiling on the French boat from here. That was so aggressive by Ainsley. He slung the boat towards the French. The French keep clear, but they're off the foils. It's going to be a big loss for the French boat here. Ainsley, no mercy there. He's going to be well set. He moves from 4th to 3rd in one manoeuvre. Tight moment here, the Swiss are sneaking across in front. I expect we're going to get a protest from the Danish boat there. That was aggressive by Seb Schneider on the Swiss boat. I expect the Danish to ask Craig Mitchell a question there of who had the right of way.
Umpires. Penalty Switzerland, relative Denmark, port tack boat not keeping clear.
Got to say I'm agreeing with Craig Mitchell a lot more than usual today.
Clear ahead. Stand by tack.
So Ainsley taking it all the way to the boundary, and then he will turn in. Meanwhile, it is Australia as they make their way to the finish. So Spain brings it to the seawall, much to the delight of all the fans who have turned out. They will claim third to go with a fourth in race number 1. France comes across, so they get a second in race 1 and a fourth in race 2. And look at this.
Ten seconds to go. The Battle of the Titans is in the middle, and it looks like the Australian boat's timed it well. As Burling turns down, he's going to need to keep clear. Watch for the line to turn white. Oh,
what
to
a
start by the three of you. Could chuck a blanket over the first 5 boats there. And it now is a pure test of strength as they head towards Mark 1, and it's going to be France or Australia that lead at Mark 1 from here.
This is like NASCAR on water, 5 wide as they make their way to Mark 1 here in Spain.
Got a big wing up, boys.
And look at this. This is tight quarters right here.
Straight in here, right turn. Need a high mode out of it. Standing up in 2, 1, up.
Tricky moment here. Ainsley braces himself. Nicky Boniface there clarifying that the boat's behind. There's no opportunity to look behind today, but Nicky's able to do that for Ben.
Just got to clear ourselves on these other guys. Okay, stand by.
Looks like the wind's turned around to the side of the course, to the right-hand side, where Ben Ainsley is at the moment, where the US were. So it was an advantage for the United States on that manoeuvre. They've moved up there to third, crossing ahead of the French. That's just because the wind's changed direction. It means the US have been able to sail a shorter distance, and they've made a bit of a gain. But that same change in wind direction could help the French in a minute, as when they come back together with the US, they'll have the right of way.
Good pressure both ways.
So Nicky Boniface giving some strategy there. Good pressure both ways. Gives them options.
Yeah, it means you can take either way. It means the wind's fairly even, and as everyone's alluded to, the big challenge out here today is just how hard can you push the boats.
1, up.
Great Britain with the bounce back race, and they get the win. Ben Ainsley guides his team to a victory in race number 3 here in Spain. Tom Slingsby with a nice performance, so they will go first in race number 2 and second in race number 3, and that's strong because they had a tough one in race number 1 where they finished in 6th place.
Class performance today has got to be the French. Another top 3, another podium finish in this race, and Quentin de la Pierre, he's really, what a job he's doing. Jimmy Spittle's USA boat. Will he turn down and head to the line? It's going to be the USA and Great Britain looking to break the line on time. Watch for it to turn white. And it's a clear start there as they blast away towards Mark 1. It's going to be a fast angle for the USA, but can Ainsley's British boat hang on the inside?
Why are we so hill? Just come down a bit more.
Look at the Americans. What a costly mistake that could be. One mistake could define your day, and they're going to be stuck in the water there. They've got too high as they tried to turn the boat, and they've misjudged that massively. They're going to be out the back. It's going to take a long time to recover. Here we go. Let's have a look. Look how high they get. You see the rudder at the back of the boat there pops out the water. They completely lose control.
Copy.
Got problems here. Way off the pace upwind.
Oh, way off the page, just feeling slow on the British boat, and it shows. Look how fast this Canadian boat's look. They're foiling and they're away from the fleet, and Ainsley now, not only have the Danish passed him, the Spanish, the Canadians, and he's got Burling in his wing mirrors now. Big pressure, the yellow line here. The lay line makes it to get to gate 3.
And this win will be sweet for the Canadians as they cross the line and win race number 4. So Australia will claim second. Big points for them.
Brilliant result for Ainsley, brilliant result for Slingsby. Watch for that line to turn white to see how the timing is. I don't think he's room in here. Could be a protest on New Zealand. He sneaks around, he's over early. Oh, they're all so early.
3 boats early. OCS, USA, Spain, New Zealand.
Oh, Spain, New Zealand and the USA, all the boats that needed a good result. They knew they had to push. They pushed too hard, but they're going to have to drop to the back of the pack now to clear themselves of this penalty. GBR are stuck in not much wind, but Canada again, they're doing a great job. New Zealand can't go inside the Swiss. The Swiss have the right of way here. Nightmare time for the Kiwi boat. It looks like he's going to try and push in. There's no room. Oh, surely that... Eye of a needle, Todd.
This is the umpire's penalty. New Zealand, relative
no.
Switzerland, not entitled to mark room.
France, Australia, USA, they could be in a position now to get themselves, because Jimmy Spithill and the USA team, Hannah, they're up to 4th.
Yeah, they're up to 4th. They are absolutely flying along this leg. And as you can see, bottom left of our screen, currently they're sitting in that top 3 podium position, which is an amazing achievement and a great comeback.
Through the last gate goes Phil Robertson and the Canadians as they approach the finish line. What a day it has been for the Canadians. They win race 4. They back it up with a win in race number 5.
Snake eyes for Canada there, Todd. 2 firsts. What an absolutely brilliant day sailing by. And the Danish. I mean, you've got to hand it to the coaching staff on both those teams to pick them up. And then both teams have come out incredibly today.
France will come in, and a nice performance in race number 4. That gave them a 5th and a 3rd here as they cross the line in 3rd place.
Oh, there you go. As the boats turn down, I like the position of the French. If they can get fast enough to foil. How's your timing on board the boats here? The French look good. It goes green. Let's watch for the line to turn white. Clear start. Great start by Delapierre, but look at the speed on the Australian. Slingsby, can he slingshot through the middle?
And they are 3 wide as they make their way to mark number 1 here in the podium race.
He's going to hold the inside here as they enter the yellow circle. That gives him the right of way. Delapierre's going to have to follow. Oh, the French fall down off the foils as well. They're just fast enough at the moment, though. Look at the American boat there. He flies too high. Oh, no. Massive moment. France spins around behind, turns away. They put the boat down. It's all going to be about the re-acceleration now. Tom Slingsby said it's going to be a long race. Oh, my Lord, the pressure's on these crews. He turns up into the wind. As you turned the wind up here, the boat just starts to get too much lift on that main foil, and it just stalled. It was going too slowly to stay in the air. It jumped up, and what goes up must come down. French are off the foils, though, in the background. Look at that, 16 kilometers an hour. They're going to struggle. Big mistake by them. USA set up for the turn. They put the bow in the water as well. Can they stay foiling? At the moment, they're fast enough. Oh, my word, this is going to compress. Oh, the French are still off the foils.
This is huge for the Australians. If they can keep up and foiling and get through that manoeuvre, they might be back in this race.
And look in the background, great viewing up on the seawall for the thousands of fans who have turned out today for the Spain Sail Grand Prix. And right in front of them, one of the most dramatic moments of the race as France puts it in the water. The USA follows, and here they come. The Australians, the 2-time reigning and defending champions, they have closed the gap.
This is absolutely massive. This is the race-winning manoeuvre. Let's see if they can make it.
Oh, they're going to try too hard. It's so tight. Now the French have got to keep clear of the Americans. The Americans have the right of way. Jimmy Spithill knows that, but the French boat's foiling. Can Jimmy put him off his foils? Expect an aggressive move from the Americans coming.
Classic match race in the final gate. It's the Americans on the inside, the French on the outside.
It's going to be a sprint now. They're both off the foils, Todd. It's a sprint to the foils, and there's the finish line coming into view.
Separated by just a few meters. With the finish line there, who will get the win as they come to the line here in Spain? And it will be France getting their first victory in SailGP St. Magnifique.
Oh, they blur.
What a race.
Winning this Grand Prix on the Falcon thing, it was a huge step forward for the team.